On a quiet Sunday morning, the old ancestral house was filled with the aroma of filter coffee. Sunlight slipped through the wooden windows. Birds sang from the mango tree in the backyard. And on the veranda, 24-year-old Ananya was staring at her phone. Her salary had arrived 3 days ago, and somehow most of it was already gone. She looked at her bank balance and sighed. Party! Her grandmother Meenakshi looked up from her old leather notebook. What happened? Ananya showed her the phone.
My salary comes in and then disappears.
Money doesn't disappear, Ananya. It simply goes somewhere.
Where?
That's the question you should be asking. Come with me.
At the edge of the garden stood two young mango plants. Meenakshi pointed toward them. Tell me what you see. A mango plant. Anything else? Ananya looked confused. Leaves, a stem, soil. Meenakshi smiled. I see hundreds of mangoes. Ananya laughed. Party, this tree doesn't even have fruit yet. Exactly. Meenakshi gently touched one of the leaves. You see what exists today. I see what could exist tomorrow. Ananya became silent.
You see what exists today. I see what could exist tomorrow. That difference is one of the biggest differences between people who merely earn money and people who build wealth.
I see. Thank you, Meenakshi.
Meenakshi took Ananya into the kitchen. On the table was a small steel container filled with coins. She placed rupees 100 beside it. Suppose you spend 100 rupee every day on something you don't really need. Ananya nodded. It is only rupees 100. Meenakshi smiled. That is how the mind protects an expense.
Only 100 rupeed.
Only one coffee.
Only one food delivery. Only one shopping order.
Only one subscription. Only one weekend outing.
100 rupees doesn't look dangerous. But repeat it every day.
She placed several 100 rupee notes on the table. 100 rupee doesn't look dangerous, but repeat it every day. And suddenly, she arranged the notes into a long line. Rupees 3,000 a month, rupees 36,000 a year. Ananya stared at the money. Meenakshi opened her notebook. Inside were 3 handwritten questions. She turned the notebook toward Ananya. What does this money give me? What does this money cost me? What could this money become? Most people, Meenakshi said, ask only the first question. What can I buy? A phone, a dress, a diner, a holiday, a bigger television. But financially thoughtful people ask another question. What could this money become if I don't spend it today? Ananya looked at the third question. What could this money become? Meenakshi nodded. That question changes everything. Meenakshi took Ananya back to the garden. She picked up a small mango seed. This seed is almost worthless today. Ananya smiled. But if I plant it, she placed it into the soil and protect it, water it, give it sunlight, and wait. She looked at the tall mango tree beside them. This tiny seed can eventually produce thousands of mangoes. Ananya understood. Compounding? Meenakshi smiled. Yes, but compounding isn't only about money. It is about time. Money invested for a few days doesn't look impressive. Money invested patiently for many years can become something completely different.
The rich understand something very simple. An asset doesn't have to look impressive today. It needs the ability to grow tomorrow.
I see.
That evening, Ananya imagined herself standing before two doors. The first door was brightly decorated. Behind it were shopping bags, restaurants, vacations, gadgets, and instant pleasures. A sign about it said, "Enjoy now." The second door looked ordinary. Behind it was a small investment account, an emergency fund, a skill learning course, books, a business idea, and growing portfolio of assets. Its sign said, "Build for later." Ananya stood between the doors. The first door whispered, "Why wait?" The second door whispered, "Why sacrifice your future?" She turned to Meenakshi. "Paati, are you saying we shouldn't enjoy life?" Meenakshi laughed. "No, money is meant to serve your life, not control it. The problem isn't spending. The problem is spending without purpose." The next morning, Meenakshi gave Ananya a challenge. For 1 month, don't try to earn more money. Ananya looked surprised. Then what should I do? Watch your money. Every rupee, not with fear, with curiosity. Look for money hiding inside your habits. So Ananya began observing. She noticed food delivery she didn't really need, unused subscriptions, impulse shopping, unplanned online purchases, frequent taxis for short distances, and weekend spending that she barely remembered afterward. None of these expenses looked enormous, but together they were quietly eating a significant portion of her income.
Paati, I can redirect 3000 rupees every month.
Congratulations.
Why?
You just gave yourself a raise.
Ananya smiled. But what if I earn more? Then what? I can invest more. Excellent. What if you earn more, but your lifestyle grows faster than your income? Ananya became quiet. Meenakshi drew two lines in her notebook. Income, expenses. When income increases, many people immediately increase their lifestyle. Better phone, better car, more restaurants, more shopping, more EMIs, more subscriptions, more wants disguised as needs.
Look at this vessel, Ananya. It's leaking so much. A bigger pot loses more, a higher income can still slip away.
So earning more isn't the whole answer.
He drew another line. Income, saving, investments, assets, future income. This is different. When your income increases, let your assets increase faster than your lifestyle. One afternoon, Ananya showed Meenakshi a picture of an expensive car. "I want this someday." Meenakshi nodded. "That's fine, but ask yourself, will this car help produce income or will it require income?" Ananya understood. A liability takes money from me. An asset has the potential to put money back into my life. Correct. Meenakshi opened her notebook again. An asset could be a productive business, a diversified investment, a property that genuinely generates sustainable rental income, intellectual property, a valuable skill, or anything else that can reasonably create future economic value. But remember, not everything that looks expensive is an asset. And not every investment is automatically good. Understand what you are buying, understand the risk, and never invest simply because someone promises easy returns. Ananya asked, "Paati, what is the best asset?" Meenakshi smiled. Your ability to earn. She pointed toward Ananya's laptop. Your skills, your knowledge, your health, your reputation, your ability to solve problems, your ability to communicate, these can increase your active income. And active income gives you something powerful called capital. Then capital can be converted into assets, and assets can eventually create additional income. Ananya looked at the cycle: skills, income, savings, investments, assets, future income. Meenakshi smiled. That is how a salary can become a foundation for wealth.
Your most valuable asset is not what you own. It is what you can learn, create, and become. Before you invest your money, invest in the person who earns it.
Paati, I finally understand.
What? Wealth isn't built from one huge decision.
It is built from hundreds of small decisions, repeated for years.
Now you understand.
Years seemed to pass in Ananya's imagination. Every month, a little money was saved, a little was invested, an emergency fund slowly grew, debt was handled carefully, skills improved, income increased, and whenever income increased, she didn't immediately increase her lifestyle. Instead, she increased the amount working for her future. The garden changed too. The tiny mango seed had become a strong tree. One morning, Ananya stood beneath it. Golden sunlight passed through the leaves. Mangoes hung from every branch. Ananya asked, "So, Potti, who is rich?" Meenakshi thought for a moment. The person who can buy the most? No. The person with the biggest house? No. The person with the most expensive car? No. Then who? Meenakshi pointed toward the mango tree. The person who has created enough financial strength to make tomorrow less frightening. Someone who has choices. Someone who isn't forced to say yes to everything because of money. Someone who can survive an emergency without destroying their future. Someone who can let time work for them, and someone who can leave something meaningful behind for the next generation. That night, Ananya opened her phone. She was about to order something she didn't really need. Her thumb stopped. She remembered Meenakshi's 3 questions. She whispered, "What does this money give me? What does this money cost me? And what could this money become?" She closed the shopping app and transferred a small amount into her investment account. It wasn't fortune, it wasn't dramatic. Nobody applauded. Nothing changed overnight. But somewhere beneath the surface, a seed had been planted. Not in the soil, in her mind. And that seed was called financial discipline. Perhaps the greatest financial opportunity is not always the money you haven't earned yet. Sometimes it is the money you are already earning, but spending without thinking. The wealthy mindset doesn't ask, "What can I afford today?" It asks, "What can this money become tomorrow?" A 100 rupee expense may be just rupees 100, but a rupees 100 decision repeated consistently and given enough time can become something much larger. That is the quiet magic of compounding. So before you spend, pause, before you upgrade, think, before you say, "It's only a small expense," ask yourself, could this small expense become a meaningful asset? Because wealth is rarely built in one giant leap. It is built quietly, patiently, intentionally, one seed at a time. Spend with purpose, save with discipline, invest with patience, give your money time to work. And most importantly, learn to see opportunities where others only see expenses. This is not about becoming obsessed with money. It is about becoming intentional with it. Because true financial freedom isn't about having everything you want. It is about reaching a point where money no longer dictates every decision you make. Learn, relearn, unlearn, and build a future where your money works quietly while you live meaningfully. Learn, relearn, unlearn.